Branding is everything. It's the difference between having a loyal audience and a fan base or a brand that goes out of business that used to be hot. And for those of you who remember this product, it was called BlackBerry. Back in the day, BlackBerry was the #1 smartphone in the world. I had it. It had push to emails. It was great until iPhone came into the game and destroyed BlackBerry. And iPhone keeps reinventing itself. Every year, it gets better. It innovates. But BlackBerry didn't, and it died off. The same with Motorola and Nokia. And the same is true in hip hop. There are some people who are here to stay. Jay-Z, P. Diddy, what's different with them? They keep reinventing themselves, while others fall by the wayside. But one of the people who have reinvented themselves that I want to talk about, besides your boy 50 Cent, is Jeezy. Now, Jeezy came out the early 2000s, and what Jeezy was known at that particular time was the Snowman. And he used to come out on his rap albums with ad-libs like this. Yeah! That's right, Jeezy was the man, and a lot of his music was trap music focused. It was about making and selling drugs. He even looked different back then. Jeezy was fat, and he was with the BS, like really in them streets. That's why Jeezy had a really big beef with popular rapper Gucci Mane when Jeezy's bodyguard got killed. We all remember that story. But fast forward, Dima. Look at Jeezy today. Let's put up a picture of Jeezy in the Snowman shirt and Jeezy today. It looks like two different people, and that's all about branding. But let's talk about this, because obviously he's divorcing Jeannie Mai. But this is interesting because Corey Holcomb remembers Jeezy as the Snowman. This is very interesting because Jeezy, who used to be Young Jeezy, has a new book out called Adversity for Sale. You gotta believe. And it is a New York Times bestseller. But wait, let's let Corey Holcomb explain something.
And all good reviews so far, like his book. So I actually downloaded his, and then the other one I'm gonna talk about a little later.
Jeezy, did I say Yeezy?
No, you said
I said
Jeezy.
Jeezy.
You said Jeezy.
Yeah.
I said Yeezy one time. Okay, I'm sorry. Nigga, it's Jeezy, nigga. The original
Get your
nigga with
panties
the
out of
name
that
like
bunch,
that.
right.
The nigga who told us how to do it without saying it. That's what I say about Jeezy.
Man.
He used to know how to, he tell you how to do it without saying
Yeah,
it.
he tell you how to flip a bird without saying a word.
Yeah. Right, without saying it in layman's terms. He was cold with that. Jeezy, we fans. I met him at Wildin' Out, but it was weird. You know what I'm saying? Because we up here with the goofies and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, what's up, brother? He was like, hey, what up, man? So it was cool. We fans. We fans, Jeezy.
He was like, are you Jeezy? He was like, yeah. You know, that's how his background vocals be.
Right.
Yeah.
On the Snowman side of the day.
Yeah.
I had one of them Snowman shirts that was looking mean back in the day when he first came out.
Oh, when Little Ice was in late junior high, he had, oh my God, he begged me so bad for this jacket. I wish we would have saved it.
Was
it
the
had,
Snowman jacket?
The big old snowman in the back was black felt with leather.
I mean, this is a different Jeezy. I mean, even look at the cover of the book. This is a Jeezy that we're not used to loving. We didn't grow up on this sort of Jeezy. This Jeezy is grown, mature, and CEO looking. But how did Jeezy get into this market of being a New York Times bestseller? I mean, Jeezy was a trap artist, and a lot of those trap artist guys are still stuck there. I mean, just think about it. Your boy T.I., who was the king of trap music, in my honest opinion, he's still sort of stuck in that area. He's not having the bestseller like Jeezy, but Jeezy did one thing that was different. He married Jeannie Mai. Can I get a dun 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 sound effect? Oh boy, I didn't even see this coming, but I gotta admit, Tasha K might be right with her synopsis on this one.
But then I told you this was nothing but a rebrand for him. Jeezy ass had a restaurant. Nobody was buying the Snowman music no more. He needed a way through the door, and he got one. You know, he go by his real name for the New York Times bestseller, because he hit #1 on that newsstand. You know, he don't want to share that money with Jeannie. Yeah. So, what is his name? Please tell me. J. Wayne Jenkins. I gotta tell you, like I said in the beginning of the show when it started, Jenkins is very fitting for not a wife, but a baby mother. Now you got to work, okay? You got to work and your mama gonna be raising the baby. Ooh, that is really, 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 really black and dark on the side. I would have never thought, Jeannie, not you having your mama raise your baby. You know all of Jeezy's baby mamas raising his babies and they mamas and they staying with their grandmama and shit because he ain't got time. He got to work. I mean, weren't you very supportive of when he drug his other baby mama to court while he was married to you and you stood in there and you took that lady through hell and now look at God. You out here contesting divorces. You are refusing to accept what these niggas have been doing to all women for years, okay? But you thought that you was better. No, ma'am. I knew what this was. I really did. I said, Jeezy done hit a lick, okay? This is the biggest lick, right? This is better than kilos. This is better than finding, better than coming in contact with some pure white kilos, okay? Now, I think, because I think Jeezy really wanted to stick it out, but it just wasn't in him because his intentions weren't natural from the beginning. And I told y'all that. Like, he needed to cross over. He was on that television show, The Real, like every week. She was, all of a sudden, anti-white men. I love me some dark meat on the side. And now he done moved from the side to the front. Now he out the door, bitch. Ain't even been 2 years. Baby didn't even attend the 2-year-old birthday party yet. So, I knew that there was going to be an issue because, Jeezy, he's like, he's from the hood. And, he's just turning his street cred into home ec cred, and he's trying to be, I saw him when he was riding bicycles with Jeannie, She was on the back and they was pedaling together and then they was out kayaking, doing all the shit white people do, stuff he ain't never even did before, okay? But he did it for television because he knew that he was trying to appeal to a different audience and black people weren't buying books on the newsstand no more. We don't even buy them in the airport, okay? If you giving it to us free, it's gonna sit on our curio cabinet at the house. We ain't reading that shit.
So again, Jeezy, who married Jeannie Mai, could have married Jeannie Mai also to increase his market share in a complete Jeezy rebrand. And as she says, that's something that could have happened because Jeezy had an international audience that would be interested in who? His story. Now, if Jeezy would have married Keisha Cole, he's not getting a bestseller because Keisha Cole doesn't have that international audience like Jeannie Mai does. But her being on The Real, and even though he might be private, just that particular publicity, people knowing more about him, it recoups his career and his new image, which is no longer Jeezy the Snowman, but Jeezy the husband, Jeezy the businessman, and now coming back with the Adversity for Sale book, which is the bestseller, and then divorcing Jeannie Mai for whatever reason. It could appear that, hey, he used her in a business deal and possibly signed a prenup. So, hey, whatever money he makes from this particular business deal, she'll never be able to get that part of the book. But it's a good theory because Jeezy rebranded underneath our eyes. Like most of us just didn't even see it coming. Same thing with, like, I would say Jay-Z or even 50 Cent. Let me talk about 50 Cent because 50 Cent is very interesting. Now, he still talks a lot of trash. He's still the guy that we always knew, but he did a lateral move producing TV shows. He changed what he's able to do. Same thing with Jeezy. We know him as Black Community Jeezy. Jeezy that has 3 kids by 3 different black women that he's never married. And now he's a married man on The Real. He has a wife that's popular, all of this stuff. It's a complete rebrand. But what she's trying to say is tigers don't change their stripes. Now, here's what I believe. Now, again, it was a good move for the both of them to come together and get married. But I still believe that Jeezy left her for other reasons. I don't really think that Jeezy, as much as he did enjoy the personal rebrand, I just don't really think that Jeezy used her for this. It wouldn't make sense because still, I mean, with his investments and stuff like that, he'd still be able to do a lot of things. Maybe not this book as a bestseller or a best-selling author, but the reality is I believe that Jeezy left her for those different family values that we talked about. But it is a great theory and it could have some truth to it. But what do you think in the comments? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.